Hi everyone, welcome to my page, welcome to my platform, Step Into Your Truth. My name is Gertrude, and today I wanted to talk about losing yourself or losing your identity amidst pain, amidst loss, or amidst heartbreak, whatever it may be for you, right? So I wanted to start by saying stop giving people power over you, power over your emotions, power over your thoughts, and power over your well-being. Because I feel like when we are in a relationship, we feel like we need to give our all, right? We need to give of ourselves fully. But sometimes we give people too much power, and then they start to dictate how we feel about ourselves, what we think about ourselves, and just our well-being in general. Now this becomes a problem where if this person is to ever leave, right? Because they then take, that your emotional sanity, they take your positive thoughts about you with them, because every positive thing you feel about yourself, somebody else dictated it. It didn't come from you, right? So I feel like we need to love people because it's who we are. We are meant to love people, but don't love people to death. Don't love people at the expense of your peace, at the expense of your sanity. Don't love people and then neglect loving you, right? Because people will take because people like things. If you give them, they will take, right? It's who we are. So just make sure that you are determining how you feel about yourself and what you think about yourself. You're determining it, you're in control of it, and you're in control of your well-being. I think I've said in my previous post that people are going to hurt you, people are going to upset you. That's life. But what we don't want to do is to let it consume us, right? Is to sit in it for too long. Because in my case, I feel like I let what was going on in my life, I let it consume me, right? Because I used to think about it a lot, and then it would rehash, the negative feelings I was going through. It would rehash, the negative thoughts, and then I would relive it. And I was doing this to myself. Well, granted, I didn't know a better way, but I was doing this to myself, and it was not a healthy place to be in, right? Because while I was driving myself crazy, who knows, they were out there living their best life, but I'm giving them, power over me, but they're not even in my life anymore. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and I'm reliving it, re-traumatizing myself. So I people that know me probably didn't see this because I didn't present it outward. It was something that I would go through on my own. I would never project it when I was out. Maybe they did, but they never said anything. So I was really good at dealing, right? And I was really good at going through all that stuff on my own. But it got to a point where it was toxic for me. And I said to myself, if I continue to live like this, and if I continue to let this consume me, I'm going to lose my mind, and I'm going to lose it out in public. And then it's going to be a problem, right? So while all this was going on, I felt like I was losing my identity, right? Because my identity was very much attached to the situation I was in. It was very much attached to my partner at the time, right? I don't think I knew who I was or what I wanted in life. Everything, my happiness, I think I've mentioned this, everything I was attached to this person. And I will also say, I feel like, and I'm saying this now because I'm on the other side of things, I'm saying this in hindsight, I feel like I dimmed my light a lot. I shrunk myself a lot because I felt like as a wife, that's what you needed to do. As a partner, that's what you needed to do. You needed to put your partner first, put his goals first, let him lead, and then yours can come later. But that did not serve me, and I don't think that served him either, and it certainly didn't serve the world. So I'm saying to you that never dim your light for anybody. Never shrink yourself to make somebody else comfortable, because you're not doing yourself any favors. God has given you that light, whatever light it may be, for you to serve the world, for it to shine. So by you dimming yourself, you are not doing justice to the light that God has given you. You are not doing justice to yourself, and you're not doing justice to the world. I now do not compromise on my peace, on my sanity, on where I want to go in life. I don't compromise. I don't care who you are. You may be a friend, you may be a partner, you may be family even. I've made it clear and I make it clear to people all the time. If you are not serving what you're supposed to be serving in my life, and if you are toxic in my life, we cannot walk the same path. I will just love you from here, but we cannot walk the same path, because I paid a huge price. I paid a huge price by putting other people first, and putting other people first, and then thinking that that's who I was. That was my identity. I lost my vision. I lost myself in all of that. And when what I thought my world was gone, I was left alone. That's when I realized at the end of the day, you need to prioritize yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a, let me take care of myself. That way I can bring other people around me. And if you're centered, if you're a person that's centered, you will see the negative people come a mile away. You will see them. Because you are centered and you know yourself and you know where you're going and you know who you are, you will see it coming a mile away. So half the time, they won't even be able to get to you. They won't even be able to get to your center. Even if they sneak in your circle, just because you are centered, you are able to then just swing on by. Because I tell you, guard your sanity, guard your identity, guard your peace with your life, because it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility and nobody else's. The other day I was talking about taking responsibility for your life. You need to take responsibility for your peace and take care of it and guard it, right? I have digressed, I know. But I suppose if you find yourself in a position where you've lost your identity, you've got two options, I feel. One, you either rediscover who you are, or you try and hold on to who you thought you were, and you end up in a downward spiral. Because trying to hold on into someone that is no longer a part of who you are because you don't know any other way, that can only lead to you making decisions that will only re-traumatize you and just always put you in a place where you're not supposed to be. So listen when God is saying, I'm removing you from where you are. I need you to go here. Stop trying to hold on to who you thought you were, or maybe that's who you were. Stop trying to hold on to that. Let go. Grieve that person, right? You need to grieve, because that person, you thought you were that person. They're gone. They're not there anymore. You grieve them, and you make peace with that, and then you try and find your new path. So the takeaway from today is, do not give people power over you. Do not hold on to who you were, and love people, but don't love people at your expense. Thanks. Till next time. Bye.